Hello, and welcome to the show where I attempt to guess weekend update jokes. I'm Kara Minix. Apologies for being out of breath and bright red. This is a very frantic situation. Also, my tripod's broken. That's why the framing doesn't make sense. In its current form, I think weekend update is bad. I don't think it's very funny, and I think it's weak comedy, which is why I'm doing this, to prove that someone who doesn't have a lot of comedy experience can in fact do the exact same thing. And so the goal is to guess jokes that will be on Weekend Update. Hopefully I'll succeed, I don't know, we'll see. So let's go, it's just going to be the same format as Weekend Update. Keep in mind, I'm one person, and I have a whole team, and I have a job that's not this, so, you know. Can you tell I'm wearing overalls under this blazer? Alright. Today's top story. The President and First Lady have both tested positive for COVID. On the bright side, the Trump symptoms should be much better than the average person, considering they already have a complete lack of taste. I did actually have a I'm surprised they were within 6 feet of each other joke here, but then I saw someone else post it on Facebook, so I took it out. Trump's press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, met with reporters after being exposed on Air Force One without mentioning it and without wearing a mask. Maybe this is actually Trump's new plan to get rid of the media, just slowly expose them to COVID one by one. Trump is said to be taking an experimental antibody cocktail developed by a company called Regeneron, because the situation isn't already enough like a dystopian sci-fi movie. He is also taking zinc, vitamin D, melatonin, aspirin, and generic Pepcid, which have all been studied as treatments for COVID but have not been proven to work. It is being reported that he will next try energy healing and essential oils. If all else fails, he'll just shove one of Goop's jade eggs up his butt. That's a really bad joke. This week saw the first of 2020's presidential debates between Trump and Biden. This debate has been predominantly described in one word: messy. Many people are saying it was the worst debate ever, but those people must not have brought up colonialism during Thanksgiving dinner in 7th grade. Biden called Trump a clown, told him to shut up, and said he is the worst president America has ever had, which Joe Biden would know considering he's been alive for all of them. Trump interrupted Biden and the moderator so much it was like he was speaking to a woman. Alternative joke. The last time I interrupted as much as Trump did, I was kicked out of the Angry Birds movie. Ooh. It was so bad that Chris Wallace, who I expect will be played by Tom Hanks in the cold open tonight, had to tell Trump to give Biden time to talk. Chris Wallace, a Fox News anchor. That's like Squeaky Fromme saying, "Actually, Charlie, I think maybe we should just have a casual night in tonight." Trump threatened to not go along with election results and encouraged his followers to go to the polls and watch very closely, also known as voter intimidation, which is illegal. Not that legalities have ever stopped Trump in the past. I'm just honestly surprised that someone with his level of literacy is such a strong supporter of Jim Crow laws. Speaking of Jim Crow laws, Trump recently nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court. If Judge Barrett is confirmed, the Supreme Court will be strongly conservative for the foreseeable future. She is a staunch conservative who believes in strict constructionist reading of the Constitution. It should be very interesting when Judge Barrett has to explain to her 2 adopted children that, together, they're only 1.2 people. Barrett is also only 48 years old, which means she could potentially be on the Supreme Court for the next 40 years. Should the Supreme Court overturn Roe v. Wade, I, as a 25-year-old woman, will be 10 years into menopause by the time abortion has the chance to become legal again. Guess I better get them all in now while I can. Obviously that's not a joke that they're gonna make, I just thought it was funny. This year's election has been so extreme that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and Scientific American have endorsed the presidential candidate for the first time ever, all backing Joe Biden. I never thought that The Rock, Scientific American, and Harry and Meghan would have anything else in common besides a penchant for desperate cash grabs. Amid concerns about mail-in ballots, astronaut Kate Rubins plans to cast her vote from the International Space Station. "If we can do it from space, then I believe folks can do it from the ground too," she said. "My main question is, how does the envelope not burn up as it's entering Earth's atmosphere?" Pandemic deaths passed 1 million globally this week, with 200,000 of them in the US, despite the United States making up only 4% of the world's population. At least we're number one in something, right? I don't know how many people remember this, but way back on Sunday, the New York Times released Trump's tax returns from the last 20 years. He paid only $750 in taxes in 2016 and 2017, and no taxes in 11 of the 18 years between 2000 and 2017 due to huge losses in his businesses. Joke's on him, because anyone who's graduated college in the last few years also doesn't pay income taxes due to unemployment. The Irish Supreme Court ruled this week that the bread used for Subway sandwiches is not legally bread because it contains too much sugar. Up next, they're going to tell us Subway steak and cheese salad doesn't count as a real salad. Yes, that is a thing that they actually sell. October 3rd has come to be known as Mean Girls Day. With more on this story, here's former Weekend Update host Tina Fey. I don't know. It might happen. Maybe she'll come on. Alright, anyway, those are some of my predictions for Weekend Update tonight. Maybe they'll come true. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. It'll be interesting. Let me know if they happen. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to be watching it. But anyway, that's me guessing Weekend Update jokes. Bye.